Families in Scott County, Virginia expressing their disappointment after the State Department of Health released a report that found no evidence of a pediatric cancer cluster.
News Channel 11's Ethan Offit spoke with a parent and a community advocate who would like to see more testing done.
Families in Scott County say they are still concerned a cancer cluster is present days after the Virginia Department of Health ruled there wasn't one. They say they want to see more studies done. The Virginia Department of Health says there's no evidence of a cancer cluster in Scott County. The state doubling down on its stance in January following new information released last week. This leaves parents like Amanda Taylor disappointed.
It upset me really bad because they didn't use the last 2 years, and that was the most critical to it being a cancer cluster because you're missing on so many kids that got diagnosed in those last 2 years. Get some more knowledge to go around, maybe get an environmental study going on until they can get their data log caught up.
Amanda Taylor is Gage Pearson's mother. Gage is 12 years old and has been diagnosed with cancer 3 separate times.
January 15th, he was told he no longer had cancer. This was the 3rd time he has had to go through this, but he is still active on treatment though, just to make sure it doesn't come back. But he's been doing really good, going to school and everything.
Gage gave a thumbs up regarding how he's been since then. Trevor Schaefer, the Trevor's Trek Foundation Executive Director and brain cancer survivor, has worked with other families in Scott County impacted by pediatric cancer. He says his foundation has done similar studies and that all the signs are there for a cancer cluster.
We have mapped quite a few cases from Scott County, and we're over 25 cases right now, and that is certainly a cluster, and it's certainly reason for concern.
Schaefer says as they get more funding, they'd like to do more testing in Scott County.
And now we're looking at our options and seeing how we can get into Scott County and really do some legitimate, honest testing to collect data, and then from there, as I said earlier, we can look at further mitigation and remediation efforts.
When we spoke to the Virginia Department of Health last Friday, they said they'd continue monitoring the county as the 2025 data is released.